Are you fucking serious? Did my game fucking crash in the pit, boy? Fallout 76. Considered by some to be the biggest cash grab of 2018. I know it's 2019 now, but the game came out in November, so just bear with me. Now, I want to get this off my chest before I get into the video. I personally love Fallout 76. I've been playing it since its release. I played it in the Break It Early test application, which I thought was, well, I mean, it was buggy as shit, but that was to be expected, right? It was called Break It Early. Since the beta, the game has been buggy as fuck. But it's progressively got better. I mean, we don't have invisible enemies killing us anymore, and our teammates tend not to disappear out of the plane of existence, but there's still a lot to be desired in the game. For example, legendary drop rates, which are the thing that I've been having the biggest problem with lately. Legendary drop rates are fucking ridiculous. It seems that when you farm for legendaries, wherever it is that you do it, 99.9% of the time, you'll get legendary armor, which isn't much use to you when you're trying to get legendary weapons, especially when that armor is wooden armor. I genuinely think I have never seen anyone at a higher level than 5 wearing wooden armor. It is such a shit armor. Why would you even want wooden armor? It's just tree bark. I don't even understand who the fuck decided to add that, but whoever did basically programmed nothing, because no one fucking uses it. People either just deconstruct it or sell it, and it doesn't even sell for much. It's not worth shit. Anyway, I'm not going to get into the wooden armor pandemic too much. I'm going to be talking about the fucking OP robots that are in the game. For example, the Assaultrons. Remember the Assaultrons in Fallout 4? Yeah, I do too. They were a worrisome enemy when you were a lower level. At least they had to charge up that head laser. Oh wait, not anymore. No, they just fucking use that as much as they want now. There's no charge up time. They do constant melee attacks too, which just stun you every single time, which makes it much harder for you to kill them, especially if you're trying to do power attacks, because they stun you midway through your power attack. But the robot I'm most pissed off about is the Colonel Gutsy. Who the fuck programmed the Colonel Gutsy? That shit is so broken. Why the fuck would you add a robot that does more damage than a Scorch Beast Queen at a lower level, half the level? I don't understand that logic. Who the fuck programmed the Colonel Gutsies? Because whoever it is needs to be fucking fired.
Hey, Vsauce! Michael here.
Me and my friend, my friend isn't as high level as me. I'm level 105. My friend's level, Jesus, humble brag there. My friend's level 38, I think. So he's a much lower level than me because he doesn't play as often as me. But he's played it since the beta with me, and he also loves playing the game. Now, we decided we'd launch a nuke from all 3 of the silos. So we took Alpha, Beta, and Charlie. Now, Alpha and Beta, that was a piece of cake going through Alpha and Beta. Could have ran through that on my own, and probably had next to no problems getting through it. When it came to Charlie, that shit just decided, we're gonna become the fucking Dark Souls of Fallout and add every possible OP enemy there is and just constantly barrage you with them because you've already launched 2 missiles. We don't want you launching another. Now, I started that missile silo with 26 stimpaks, 15 of which were super stimpaks. And when I got to the end of this specific silo, I had no stimpaks, and the only way I was able to heal myself was by eating a fuck ton of dog food and drinking water, which I'd like to mention I have 50 of when I started that, of average about 50 of both, and ended up leaving with 8 dog food and 11 purified water. That is just a fucking waste of materials and a waste of chems just to launch a nuke. And the payoff of launching a nuke isn't even that good. I got 8 stimpaks for launching it and a Tesla rifle, which I deconstructed and didn't learn a single trait from. That's another thing I'd like to talk about. Weapon mods. It seems when you try and unlock a weapon mod, the rarer your weapon is, the less likely you are to get a mod from it. Because the rarer the weapon is, the less mods it has for some reason. So weapons like the MG42, which has 1 singular weapon mod, which is a prime receiver, practically impossible to get the prime receiver for the MG42 because it is such an unbelievably rare weapon, and I don't understand why it's such a rare weapon. It uses 308 caliber bullets, so what would you expect that damage output to be? Somewhere similar to a maybe about half the damage of a 308 hunting rifle, yeah? About maybe 40 damage, 50 damage, 60, pushing it a bit on 65. No, 14 base damage. I know it has a fire rate of like 1500 to 2500 RPM. Yeah, but it only holds 75 rounds. That means that you tan through all of your fucking 308 rounds. You could be using a hunting rifle and doing 5 times as much damage. So the MG42 is fucking ridiculous. Ridiculously rare. And the gun that I personally use as my heavy weapon is the Tesla rifle. And I think the Tesla rifle is probably one of the best heavy weapons because obviously it arcs from the enemies. And it does a significant amount of damage to all the enemies that are nearby. But the mods for this weapon are incredibly rare, and I can get that because it is a pretty powerful weapon, so I can understand that one myself. But I've deconstructed maybe 25 Tesla rifles and never unlocked a single mod for it. And I've purchased the mods and applied them to the gun, and it's made the gun worse. For example, an automatic Tesla rifle. It was practically useless because the damage output became less than my radium rifle, which basically just made it a pointless heavy weapon, much like the MG42. But then you have the shotgun barrel on the Tesla rifle. Now that's decent, but you have to charge it for it to do more damage than a regular Tesla rifle, so you may as well just use the regular Tesla rifle, the semi-automatic Tesla rifle, and then you get 15 rounds, which is a fair amount of rounds, and you just get to constantly spray the fucking gun on the floor and arc off all the enemies. Another weapon I'd like to talk about that's a heavy weapon is the 50 caliber machine gun. Yes, a 50 caliber machine gun that does next to no fucking damage. Doesn't make much sense. It's a 50 caliber machine gun, and again with the hunting rifle, you make the hunting rifle a 50 caliber rifle. It somehow does less damage than the 308 caliber.
That just makes no fucking sense.
But enough with the guns. I want to talk about stim packs. What the fuck is wrong with stim packs? Why did you go through them like water? I think I've genuinely replenished more health from drinking Nuka cherries than I have from actually using stim packs. Because stim packs are just a rare item. They're not that rare. I end up with like 50 every day. But I go through those 50 within that day because everything I have is shit. I'm level 105 and all my armor's legendary, but it's Zealot, or I think I have one that's auto stim, which is the only good piece of armor I have. And I run on full heavy combat armor, so it's decent armor. It doesn't, it doesn't damage that much, but it's got terrible legendary mods on it. And then there's super stim packs, which are great, but they don't replenish health as quickly as a regular stim pack. They replenish more health over time, but not as quickly. So if you're fighting a hard enemy like a Colonel Gutsy, you are basically fucked, because that enemy is just going to do more damage than the stim pack can replenish. Now I'm going to go on to fast travelling. Fast travelling has pissed me off since the beta, because let's go to Elder Scrolls Online. In Elder Scrolls Online, you can fast travel to a location and pay some gold to fast travel, like 100 gold to fast travel there. Or you can choose to travel to the nearest way shrine, and then fast travel from that way shrine to another way shrine for absolutely no cost, for free. So there's train stations in Fallout 76, so why can't we travel to a train station and fast travel from that train station to another one for no price? I think that would be a good way to, allow players to actually replenish their fucking caps a bit. And again with the caps, the vendors, why do the vendors only have 200 caps? Elder Scrolls Online, the vendors in Elder Scrolls Online have an unlimited source of gold. You can just sell as much as you want, just sell and sell and sell and sell and sell. And they never stop buying stuff or selling you stuff. But the vendors in Fallout 76 are like, oh, best I can do is 200 caps. And that's every 24 hours, I believe. It replenishes every 24 hours. So you can make probably at the most, you can make about 1,000 caps a day. Which is next to no fucking caps. It's nothing. And I know you can make caps from doing other things like going out and finding cap stashes, but if you're farming for legendaries while trying to find cap stashes and trying to find stim packs and trying to complete quests all at once, you're basically just going to kill yourself off because you can't do all of those things at once. You have to choose to do one at one time, go off and do the other with all the items you get from one. It's not how Fallout worked. In Fallout 4, you could accept a quest, go out, find a side quest, accept that, finish the side quest, then come back to the main quest, and then you get another side quest, you go off to that, and it wouldn't matter. You'd get loads of loot from that you could use to get to the next part of the game, but you didn't have to. You could just go straight ahead and you'd get this weapon anyway, or whatever. But in Fallout 76, it's basically like, if you cannot get an explosive legendary weapon of any kind, you are fucked. Unless you're a melee build. If you're a melee build, you're absolutely fine, because you can be a level 5 melee build and kill a fucking level 200 ballistic build, because ballistic builds are fucking pointless. There's no point in making a ballistic build. I'm telling you this now. If you're starting to play Fallout 76, don't make a ballistic build. Don't make a heavy build. Don't make a rifle build. Make a melee build, because it's the only build you're going to have that's actually going to work for you. Because 90% of the legendaries you get are going to be armor or melee weapons. So just make a melee build. Run around in power armor with a fucking super sledge, because you're going to do a million times more damage than you are with ballistics. Even with my character, who's specifically built as a ballistic and heavy build, my baseball bat does more damage than any of my guns, and that's with a light attack. If I do a charged attack, it does 4 times as much damage as any of my guns possibly could. It's ridiculous. So that was a rant about Fallout. I was pretty pissed off with it yesterday. I've been playing it again today, and I'm still pissed off with it because launching that nuke was fucking pointless. But I do believe that Fallout 76 does have a lot of potential. It is on the increase, it's getting better, but I do think whoever programmed the Colonel Gutsy should be fired from Bethesda, because fuck me, how evil do you have to be to create that? Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Again, like I said, I don't hate Fallout 76. I actually love the game. I just hate what the game's like sometimes. I might do some videos on Fallout 76 in the future, or maybe not. I don't know. It depends how well this video does. Also, I'd like to mention that me and my friend are going to be starting a podcast. We've already thought of the name. We're going to be calling it the Unfortunate Podcast, and well, yeah, it's basically going to be me and my friend speaking about random shit. Mostly it's going to be about games. We're going to start our first episode off because we're going to be heading to London Comic Con, and we're going to talk about that. I'm going to get some footage there. You might even see my face for the first time. You never know. But we're doing a lot in London actually when we go there. We're going to Comic Con, I believe, which is the main event, and I think we're going to the Harry Potter world after that. So hopefully I'll get some footage of all that sort of stuff, and it'll be my first time ever going to London. So maybe you'll even see my happy little face when I go to London. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. It's been a while since I've uploaded one, but hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you want to see the podcast. That'll be coming out near the end of this year actually. But hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.